I'm Neil with Oceanside Motorsports, and today we're talking about brakes. So what is the difference between cheap brakes and the more expensive, really good brakes? Well, we have three different kind of pads that we're going to talk about here. Really, all three of these are going to stop about the same. We're talking about European cars here, and most of the brake pads they make for those are pretty good stopping power already, just because of the kind of cars that they have. But there's a huge cost difference between these, which would be a Bosch Quiet Cast pad, these, which are the Techstar, which are actually pretty much identical to the OEM BMW pads, and then the really nice Akebono pads. These are the super premium, like best made ever pads. Okay, so we put a set of these Bosch Quiet Cast pads on the rear of a BMW a couple years ago. They wanted a cheap brake job, which I get. We're here to do what our customers want, but everybody loves these because they're the best. We put a set of these on, 25,000 miles later, which is not that long, they're worn down to zero. So all that money, which at the time was really only, I think like $400 or $500, so that's like a $400 to $500 brake job versus what's probably closer to an $800 brake job. Just in the difference of quality in the pads and rotors that are put on the vehicle. None of our prices changed, they're the same, but it's the difference in the cost of these parts, okay? So 25,000 miles go by, we gotta do the brakes again. These, I'm gonna start with the other ones. All right, and then there's the Techstars. These are awesome. They won't squeal. They don't dust that much. Just like the Bosch Quiet Cast, they don't really squeal. Well, sometimes they do. But these are a pretty good bet that they won't squeal. We do put on a guarantee that they're not going to squeal. And they should last like the same as an OEM set of brake pads will last, which I'd like to, especially on the rear of a car, see at least 40,000 miles out of these. At least. But these are the best brake pads ever. These are the Akebono Euro pads. I'll actually put 50,000 mile warranties on these, but if I put these on the rear of a car and it wears out any less than 80,000 miles, I'm gonna be really surprised. So they are more expensive. They dust way less than any other pad. We guarantee them not to squeal. They break just as good as the OE ones, but they last forever. So you're gonna see that value in the end of the brake job when you're not having to pay for another one really soon. Or, I mean, not even really soon, but you're just gonna, it's just get these. So there is a difference in rotors too. On a European car, you almost always wanna do rotors, because if you don't do the rotors, the grooves that have already been worn into the rotor from the old pad can transfer to the new one and cause it to squeal almost right off the bat. Plus, they're just, with a European car, they have a softer rotor that is just designed to be changed almost every time you get pads. So of course we measure them every time and all that good stuff, but most of the time it's good to change them. There is a difference in premium rotors as well. They come coated with this nice coating that also helps with the no squeal thing, and it also protects the inner section of this from any kind of rust. So normally if you look at your car and there's rust on the center of it, this coating kind of helps with that. So good rotors, great brake pads, make super duper happy customers.